All right, I'm back. So, yesterday I had a Wellness Wednesday video about when you're interrupted and things don't go as planned. Maybe you've set goals for this year. Maybe you've been really trying to focus in on your health, whatever that looks like for you, exercise, nutrition, self care. And then you get derailed because of something. And I know that this is happening for everybody. I am now at home with all of my kids. I have not had a chance to get tested yet, but I feel like for sure I have caught this thing because I'm feeling it in my throat. So now I'm coming into a season of, having kids at home and not being able to work and all this stuff. So the video got cut off. I didn't realize this until somebody told me. So I want to finish this because this is super important. And if you just jump in and watch this one, this is good because the what's probably going to happen for so many of us, right? We're coming into a time where things are spreading, things are changing, like pandemic life is happening. So, um, my biggest goal for you is like that you don't throw your hands up on your goals and just give into the frustration, right? So watch that other video if you want to hear a little bit about that. But if you have to full stop on your goals, whether it's exercise, whether it's nutrition or whatever, because of sickness, because of quarantine, because you've got your kids at home, instead of just stopping everything, like we start the new year, we're headed this way, like I'm gonna get healthier, I'm making steps. That stuff comes, it stops us in our tracks. You can either just pause, this is the goal, right? To pause in that setback and then be able to move forward again. But a lot of us, we end up like full swinging backwards and moving in that opposite direction back into like all of our stress eating and stuff. So here are three things that you can do that are going to help you to pause on your goals versus falling all the way back off the wagon. And this is what works for me, and what I'm focusing on right now for myself as well. So the very first thing is rest. Whether you are the one that is sick, or your kids are sick, or you're just dealing with all of the stress of everybody at home, rest is one of the most powerful things that you can do for your health and for your mindset, right? Um, when we are in these stressful situations, right? This is stressful. Let's just call it what it is. When everything, all of our sense of control, all of our plans, everything kind of gets thrown out the window. Maybe you're trying to figure out, like, what do I do for work and all of this. Our stress levels amp up. And what happens in our body during this time is this hormone called cortisol revs up. And cortisol is a really important hormone in our body because it helps us to survive under stressful times, and it's a protector for us. But here's what we need to know about cortisol. Cortisol also uh, creates cravings and fat storage in your body. So maybe this year you started with goals for eating better, exercising, you have goals for weight loss. When your stress levels amp up, your body is actually going to actively work to preserve you and store fat and get you to eat more. And you can understand this a little bit better if you think about our what stress is. It's this fight or flight instinct that we have. And you know, in a stressful time, your body is getting ready to either like run away from danger or fight back. And that's why we feel that. We kind of feel that like frazzled, like, oh, I'm ready to rip somebody's head off. Um, and so if your cortisol levels amp up and you don't do things to help regulate that, you can expect weight gain. You can expect cravings for things like sugar, high fat foods, like really high calorie foods, because again, your body's wanting to preserve and protect itself. So, rest, let's go back to that for a second. Rest is going to help us to regulate cortisol. When we are revved up, that hormone is pumping in our body. The way that we bring that back down is rest. This could be sleep. Now, this is tricky when we've got sick kids, right? Because my kids don't sleep a lot anyway. So then you throw sickness in, and it's just way harder. Um, but aiming to try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, or just taking time to like sit and rest throughout the day, if you can take naps with your kids. I know how hard that is when there's a list of 1,000 things to do. And I don't look at me like, Megan, you're crazy. You clearly are detached from real life because I have 1,000 things to do, and the first thing to go is sleep. I get it. But I'm speaking to you as somebody like I have a list of 1,000 things to do as well. And I also know that I will not be able to accomplish that list if I have not rested well and cared for my body and my stress is pumping. So aim for rest, aim for sleep as much as you can. That's if you're sick, that's going to heal you faster. Your body recovers and fights illness and revs up your immunity when you're sleeping and resting. It regulates that hormone cortisol when you're sleeping and resting. So this is the number one priority for me whenever I am in a situation like this, right? Maybe I can't exercise, maybe I'm not eating well. I'm gonna make sure I sleep as much as I can. Number two, number two is uh, drinking water. So critical is having water. So we underestimate this, right? We think all the time about like nutrition. I have to eat this certain way, or I have to move more, especially if you have goals for weight loss. But water, number one. Every single client that comes into my Mom Restore system, the very first thing that we do, I don't care what they're working on, number one, water, because our body is made up of water. Our brain is water, and all of our systems rely on water. And if you're dehydrated, if you're taking care of everybody else and not drinking enough water, your energy levels are going to drop. Your brain, you're going to be in brain fog. If you're sick, your body can't work this stuff out of your system. So again, like if you have to stop on all of your other goals, if nothing else, try to sleep, drink as much water as you can throughout the day. This will help you still with weight loss goals. It will help you with energy. It will help you with cravings, and it's just going to make you feel great. Okay, so sleep, water. I got my cup right here. And then number three, you're going to hate me for this one. Oh, you're going to hate me for this one. Fun. Fun. Like, no, Megan, there's no room for fun right now. I get it. I get it. Like, it's tough. My kids are here. They're screaming. They're bouncing off the walls. But I can either, you know, just let that stress consume me and let the frustration of everything that's happening consume me, or I can roll with it and I can say, well, okay, I'm going to do the best that I can, but I'm also going to like take some time for fun. And this comes back again to that cortisol hormone. When we are stressed, when we're just living in this frazzled whatever, like your face, you can feel it. You feel the tension in your forehead, your eyes kind of crinkle up, your shoulders hunch up, your back. The stress is tough. When we smile, when we do something just because we enjoy it, it signals to our nervous system that we're okay, that we're okay. We're going to be okay. And all of a sudden, that cortisol comes down. And so fun looks different for everybody. And it doesn't have to be like, hours and hours of fun. Like I'm talking like sit down. If you like art, if you like crafts, if you like to color, 5 minutes, just do some coloring. If you like music, put some music on, take some time to sing or to dance with your kids or by yourself. That's cool. Ain't nobody watching. um, what is it that you really just enjoy doing? For me, this happens to be exercise and movement. It makes me feel great. It makes me really happy. So, I will do what I can to stretch and do something that I enjoy. I love just sitting down and I try to take a little bit of time to read a book or read a magazine, just to have that sense of I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting my needs met. I'm okay. I'm having a little bit of fun, and it truly takes that burden off. It's okay to watch TV, right? It's okay to take a bubble bath for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's okay to light a candle and just breathe that. We just lit a fire downstairs because it's freezing here, and yeah, I just like literally sat by the fire for a minute and just stared at the fire, and it filled me up. It made me feel so good. Like, stop worrying. It's gonna be okay. So, sleep, water, do something for you, something fun, something that you enjoy just a little bit every day. And this is going to help you to regulate the stress. This is going to help you to keep keep where you want to be going with your goals, even if you're not actively pursuing the goals. It's going to help you to, like we were talking about at the beginning. I'm not maybe not making forward progress in these things that I care about, but I'm not turning and just going 100% back in the old, in the other direction, regressing into like crazy eating and just giving up on myself. All right. So that's the message. Don't give up on yourself. You can do this. We're all going to kind of hit these speed bumps right now. So focus on these three things. And if you need support with these three things, or you feel like, I can't do this on my own, I want you just to leave a comment below. Let me know which one of these really resonated with you, and I'll reach out and I'll be in touch with you about how you're doing, and help coach you through any of that if you need that. All right. I'm cheering you guys on. I'm in this with you. I'm in this with you, and we'll get through this. It's going to be okay. All right. Y'all have a great week.